Welcome to Planning Phase Syndicate. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We have an amazing episode planned for you. This is episode 73 of our Star Wars Unlimited podcast. And yes, folks, one of our co-hosts has finally come back from the dead. He's resurrected like Palpatine and ready to join us again on the eve of football season, where he's going to be very, very disappointed that his Giants are going to lose constantly. Tonight, we're going to be doing a couple of different things. FFG announced essentially spoiler season starts next week or the week after. So we decided that we want to do our way too early set 6 predictions tonight. And I decided that we're going to kick the show off and we're going to talk about those. We're also going to talk a little bit about the meta this week. Where it stands, what you should be playing if you don't want to play Trench, and kind of go from there. Joining me on mic tonight is my good friend Alex. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for our Trilogy Store Showdown this upcoming Saturday.
Oh, that's this upcoming Saturday?
This upcoming Saturday is the 6th. Yep.
Oh man, we should have done our trilogy segment now. Hold on, I got to see if I got anything going on this weekend. It's the 6th, is what you're telling me?
It is, yes. Actually, the Friday at Excel, we're doing a trilogy warm-up, kind of test your decks, and then Saturday is going to be the store showdown.
So you're telling me I could come stay and sleep on your couch and bring my whole thing and come play Friday and Saturday at your house? That's what you're telling me.
Hey, man, if you find a spot in my house that'll sit down and try to sleep, you good.
Probably cannot. But I heard Sam likes to drive early in the morning. So either which way, also joining us tonight is Sam from the Too Many Hans podcast. How are you tonight, sir?
Pretty good. Fresh off a top 8 at a PQ. First time ever. We're balling. We're loving it. We're on that high still. I'm going to come crashing down when I realize I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard because I'm at 15 points. But we're still balling. We love it.
You just need what, 7 more of those, and you got your air invite. So, which is doable.
More points than I have, for what it's worth.
Fair enough. That's very true. More points than you have. It's more points than JJ has too. Speaking of JJ, welcome back after your month-long sabbatical. JJ, how are you tonight, sir?
It is good. So I was keeping track of how many miles I have traveled over the last 2 months. I'm close to approximately 7,500 miles for the amount of miles I've traveled. Between local and international and stuff. So it's definitely a lot of a very, very busy summer. I've had a lot of things to take care of, more on the personal side. That's just taken me away. But it's great to be back. And it seems like every weekend that I've had the opportunity to go to a big event or a PQ here locally, I'm out. So it just sucks that I'm just missing it. I even went to for one weekend that was here on a Saturday. I went out to play Dice Throne just randomly for the first time ever, and I came in 3rd place, which was hilarious to me. But it was still a great time. But it's good to be back, and I'm exhausted, but I'm so ready for our wild early predictions for the next leader set here. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be great.
There will be no OSHA May predictions, or I have the button. I can just send you back to wherever the hell you came from. How about that? Boop. See you, JJ. Thanks for joining. Oh, well, it's good to have you back. Hopefully you have got to spend some time with your family and you didn't come directly home and hang out with us, because that would be a little weird. We're not that cool. But we're glad to have you back. Glad Customs did not try to keep you down south. So,
they tried, man. They tried.
But tonight we have, like I said, we have some cool stuff that we're gonna do. I was gonna do the Chaos of War, but should we just do way too early leader predictions first? Can we just do that? I don't know. I think I'm a little more excited for that. I shouldn't be because I'll be. So here's where I get caught in this conundrum. I don't feel the meta is solved. I feel the meta is open, whether we like where this meta is or not. I don't actually care a lot about that. I kind of enjoy some of the weird randomness for the meta, and I do enjoy kind of creating a meta call. And so, for example, Sam, I wanted to have Sam back on Not only because he's a good host, but because, you know, he went and top 8'd this weekend and he picked a deck specifically to kind of start countering some of the meta that we've been seeing. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. But we have leader predictions for next set. And like, I'm not excited to play next set because like I still think we've explored everything from this set. Like I still think that there's some Snoke that needs to be explored. I'm now working through some Snoke decks. Just as an FYI, I would like to make Snoke good. There's a chance Snoke is the next PQ choice I have. I might be playing Snoke in the next PQ. So
I've actually been playing with Snoke a lot. It's actually been a lot of fun. I actually took the formula that I've had with like Tarkin and applied it to Snoke, and it's been really, really fun to play with Snoke. I think he's a leader that will probably get better as time comes up. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Alex, if you would like a Snoke, I have a Snoke for your Palpatine showcase. I'll happily trade you my Snoke for your Palpatine showcase. So just this is an FYI if you would like a Snoke showcase.
And
I may
a
or
couple $100 for it. Yeah.
I may or may not have 2 Snoke showcases. So, but either which way. So yeah, it's weird to talk about
You want a Kylo showcase.
Do I do not want a Kylo showcase. No.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, I guess I kind of do. I kind of want the Kylo showcase.
Good
I don't
old
think I would
Duck
ever.
Lips Kylo.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever play it though. Like, I don't know. Sam's our resident Kylo player, not so much me. So, all right. Well, let's do leader predictions first. We're gonna do that first. We're going to pause right here because I'm a dumbass and didn't bring Sam in the screen.
It's probably for the best.
Well, it's not good because it screws everything up.
We're not predicting like we're doing like 2 of each color, right? Not like also 2 slots for heroism or villainy. Those are just for us to slot in.
So we are only predicting 16. Like we are only going to do the 16. I do not want to try to like predict extra shit. That's insane. It's just I put the slots in there in case you wanted to predict. So okay, hold on.
Cool. That's what I was thinking.
All right. So we're going to do our early leader predictions. I have updated the sheet. I know before we had a lot of people like the sheet. I got to go back and find my old link because I don't remember where my old link is for people to be able to go through. Like I had a blank one, but I did update this and kind of made it so that it still all fits on one page. In an effort to essentially so you can now have it with the new all hero or all villain, leader predictions. I don't know if we're ever going to get any more of those. My assumption is we will. And the idea behind this is we're not going to fill the bracket out for everything. We're only filling out 16. You get 16 picks. That's it. JJ. So don't try and give me a whole bunch of crazy stuff just to pad your win ratio there. Though I think
entire Organa family.
Yeah. So the way this works, and because Sam is new to this, the way it works is we're gonna we'll start off, and you can say a leader somebody else has already said if you want. It's inconsequential. I don't give points for whoever gets it first. I just for example, there's a specific leader. I guarantee you, all of us will probably say, it starts with a C. And I'm 99% sure every one of us will guess it. But yeah, who wants to kick us off tonight?
Oh, I mean, we
Alex?
should go with JJ, right? No, let's do JJ. JJ's.
All right, cool. So, Secrets of Power, from what we know, what's coming up so far, they're going to be using like hidden mechanics and disclosability and stuff like that. So naturally, I went to the most popular Star Wars show right now, which is Andor. And the first person I have to put in there is Cyril Karn. He is one of the main characters from Andor. I think that he's going to be a leader for sure. I'm going to put him in Villainy Blue. I think would probably suit him the best.
How do you spell Cyril?
Syril.
Oh, he was that one card that was released that they did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, I have no clue what any of this is.
Fair enough. All right, Sam, we're going to make Sam go next. Sam, what's your first pick for tonight?
So I have blue villainy as well, and I'm going to go General Grievous because we haven't seen anything Grievous recently. He's about to rotate out, so we're not going to have that spot anymore. And we still have the blue unit as well as a fine addition, as to the reason I chose blue specifically. So I'm like, all these things are lining up, and we're going to get another Grievous. I just think it's going to be now.
Except for both of those are rotating out.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's probably a fair pick. I mean, they do seem to have, I guess I don't know how to spell. They do seem to like to repeat leaders, so I guess I can see that being a leader that they repeat. So, all right, Alex, how about you?
Oh, I'll get the one that everyone's gonna say out of the way right now, right? Let's just do red heroic. Let's do Cassian.
Yeah.
Seems easy. I think red's probably a thing, right? It'd be. I mean, I guess I can see him in blue, or not in yellow. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just do the same thing.
Swap colors.
I'm putting him in yellow though. I think it's gonna be yellow for him. But I also the Cassian's the easy one. Like he's on the art. Like if they don't put Cassian in this, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah. All right, JJ, you're back up again.
Well, I'm gonna go to hero here. We got to bring in the only person that believes that every day there's more lies, nothing but more lies, and it's gonna be Saul Guerrera in Hero Red. He has to be it for sure.
Way to steal my pick, buddy.
He was on my short list. I'm not sure if he's just gonna make my 8. Because I don't really know the impact he has on Star Wars other than when he showed up briefly.
Pretty big, actually.
Yeah, pretty big.
Yeah, he is definitely in the running for somebody that they should have. All right, Sam, what's your next pick?
So I went to Legends for this one. Totally one-off, totally spitball, totally never going to happen. But in Yellow Hero, I have Talon Card from the Thrawn trilogy.
Ooh, good pick.
I know a ship.
Yes.
I've seen it before. That's it.
Only in dreams.
Fair enough. All right, Alex, who's your next pick?
Oh, I'll move over to villainy here. Let's get another pretty easy one out of the way here. Let's do yellow villainy. I'll just choose Jabba. Seems like a pretty natural pick for Secrets of Power.
Yeah. Could be Bib Fortuna, though, right? I mean, what about Bib?
He's got the teeth.
He does. All right. I'm going to go and I'm going to pick Hero. And I'm going to go straight up Hero this time. And I'm going to do the first one, and it's going to be Leia Organa. And I say this because we got similar, like Luke was white. We had an Anakin that was white. I think that we're going to get a Leia that's white. And I say this because I'm hoping we get kind of like a little dual aspect ability with her where like you get to play certain cards like on one side versus the other side, but not the hero villain type thing, right? Like she could be like more aggro on one side and her other side can be non-aggro. Maybe we'll get like a Chancellor Palpatine-ish vibe with her. But
like a two-sided leader?
So are you referring to like which version of Leia? Are you talking about like early, like pre-rebellion Leia, or are you talking about Rebel Leia, or like Galactic or the New Republic Leia?
Well, I want it to be all of them like together. Like I want her ability to like encompass all the different living areas that she has been in. Because like my favorite Leia is right after you know, the Empire falls, right? And she kind of becomes that senator and she has her own book and like it's like that book's canon, right?
And she flies.
Yeah.
That's way later.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's not in the book. She does not fly in the book. She has other people that fly in the book for her. So all right. Anyway, I'm just gonna say Leia, like to me, if I have to pick a specific, it's gonna be before Resistance, but after, you know, the Empire. Like that's the time period I like to see the most.
Episode 6.5.
Sure. Yeah. Book 6.2. There you go. All right. JJ, you're next. I stole your Leia, so.
That's fine, because I'm going to go right back to villainy. Where there's a Cyril, there has to be a Deidre Miro, and she's going to come in villainy green. She is a must for this type of thing, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
I should get around to watching this show. Hey.
Yeah, if you hadn't watched that show, if you have not watched Andor, like I think you just like maybe you have to be off the podcast for a couple weeks so you can spend your Sunday nights watching Andor. Sam, what's your next pick?
So I have in Red Hero, I have Admiral Akbar because he does a lot of like political stuff in the books. He does a lot of. He's a big character all in all. So I do think in Secrets of Power, there probably will be some general type rebellion stuff. Yeah. Second Akbar. Why not?
Is it a trap?
It feels like a trap to me.
He has a kid. Maybe it's his kid. Aftab Akbar. I think that was his name.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think you're crazy for that, but we'll see. All right, Alex, you're up next.
Oh boy, let's see what I do last time. I did villainy last time, so I'm going to switch back to hero. Let's go with another really easy one. Let's go green heroic Mon Mothma. And I think that's everyone that was on the box. I mean, she's a card.
That's true. Hey, she could easily be. I can see that.
I think Holdo as a leader, right? They got Mon Mothma as a leader.
Yeah, I actually think that's a smart pick just because there's a lot of like nuance that she can go into for the set. And like she could kind of take over, some of the rebel piece when Sabine rotates. So
or like a Leia replacement.
Yeah. All right. I am going to go out on a crazy limb and I'm going to also go into Red Hero and I'm going to say Callus is my pick. And I feel he is one of the more famous double agents. The question is like JJ,
right, that's a guy.
How would we do? You would technically put him in hero though, right? Like technically, like in the long run, he became a hero pretty quickly. And I think he spent more time on screen as a hero than he did as a villain.
Yeah, I agree. I think he spent more time as a hero, so I would definitely put him in the hero category for sure.
Yeah. And we have him as a neutral green color card, which I guess he could be green, but for now I'm just going to stick to red just because I don't know what else to put in red other than Saw. So,
yeah.
There you go. That's my pick. I'm going to stick to it. I think Callus would make a great leader. So,
yeah.
All right.
JJ. Right. So for me, I got to bring out this character from recent Star Wars media. We've seen her in the Battlefield series, and they have their own book and stuff. It's going to be Iden Versio coming in for Hero Blue. I think that she is a really, really good pick because she is a former Imperial agent, and she does do quite a bit of spy work between the novels and the Battlefield series. I think she is a really good pick, and make sure you put that in my column and not your column, bro.
What? What? I don't want. I think you're wrong. But what book did she become a hero in?
No, well, what I meant is she was a hero in the Battlefield series, and she technically is a hero in the book as well because of the atrocities that the Saul's Splinter faction was doing. Technically a hero as well, but she didn't become a true rebel until the Battlefield series. But yeah,
Battlefront, KJ.
Battlefront. Sorry, yeah. Battlefront. I have BF6 on my brain, but yeah.
Right, well, I guess I've never read those books, so I didn't even know they were canon. Are they canon?
Yes, they are canon. Very so.
It is post like Battlefront, right? So that sure.
All right, Sam, you're up next.
All right, we're going to go another crazy pick. And I'm going to go Mon Mothma and Green Hero. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the duplicate. Yeah.
Boo. Lame.
All right. Alex, your next pick.
Oh, we're snapping back to villainy then, eh? You know what? Let's do blue villainy this time. No, let's do yellow villainy. Yellow villainy makes more sense. We're gonna do Hondo. They're gonna bring him back to yellow villainy.
You think they're gonna bring him back as yellow villainy?
I don't know, cool. Man. I can't think of anyone else for yellow villainy.
Like that would be cool, I guess. I don't know.
Love that.
He's a pirate thing, I think.
It is a pirate. He's a smuggler. You know.
He could be one of those neutral leaders too, right? Doesn't he just like sell to both sides or whatever?
He does, yes. He does. All right. My pick is going, and we're gonna go back to blue, and I'm gonna say Dooku. Because we did not get a
for me there.
Huh?
You're choosing that in my column, eh?
I don't know the difference.
I mean, you could actually just leave it there because that's also one of my picks, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I think Dooku will be back, especially because he was such a poor sport in set 3. So, all right, JJ.
So I was kind of on the fence on this one, mainly because we only see this character in the Star Wars Resistance show, and it's going to be Agent Tierney for Red Villainy. I think that's probably the only agent I could really pull from that era, but she definitely makes a big impact in that series. So, but yeah, Agent Tierney is my pick.
I'm just triggered from X-Wing.
Oh yeah.
I hate that card. I hate that pilot. It's
my
least favorite one in the game.
Oh yeah, man.
No. She is not the worst in the game. Come on.
It's my least favorite because it removes an entire mechanic.
Torkel Mux is the worst.
There's nothing wrong with Torkel.
No,
at least he still have an ability.
No, Torkel Mux is the worst. 100%.
I don't know, man. Reducing my initiative from like 2 to 0, it doesn't really do much.
Don't you remember? I actually had little target made with Torkel Mux's face on it. That's how much I hate him. Do you remember those? I still have a few of those.
I've never seen them.
All right. Well, I guess when we go out to play X-Wing the next time together, I will bring those. There's an X-Wing coming up. Not the one in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's another one coming up that's close to us, I think. In Indiana area that we could go to. So, all right, who's next?
Sam is next.
Sam, yeah.
So we have not seen anything of this show yet in SWU at all, and I think they're waiting for this set to release it. And I'm gonna go Wim from Skeleton Crew as Blue Hero.
Is that Jude Law?
No, Jod is Jude Law. This is one of the kids of the Skeleton Crew that we see like first, and he's one of the mainer characters.
Ah, I see.
All right, Alex, you're next.
Well, you stole my Blue Dooku Thunder, so
okay,
I'm just gonna keep that there to keep everything even.
Okay, there we go.
My Blue Coo.
Your Blue Coo. All right, so, I think, I don't know. I'm more of a villainy player. I think I'm gonna go with Admiral Sloan in green.
Oh,
villainy.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I'm also a little triggered.
I bet you are. I feel that like, because they come into the Aftermath books, right? Like, so it's part of the Aftermath series, and like technically, like the way that it plays out in that book, like I can easily see her being a character. So that's my pick. All right, JJ, I think you're next.
All right, so we're coming back to Hero. I think Cassian Andor is a good pick. However, I'm going to put him in yellow, merely because he still had those underworld connections during like that time period for first season. So I think he's more of the yellow player or yellow aspect more than red. So he'll be my pick for Hero yellow.
How do you spell it?
Cassian. Cassian.
Okay. All right. Sam, you're next.
I'm going to go in green villainy. I'm going to go Director Krennic. Because I think this is going to be a huge Andor set, and I know that Andor is going to be a leader. I just didn't pick him because I knew everybody else would, so I was just going to do some other crazy random characters. But I think Krennic definitely is going to show up. I have no doubts.
Krennic was on my short list.
Yeah.
All right. Alex.
Well, here's a little bit of a wild card pick, I think, for Hero. This is my one wild card for Hero. Let's do Yellow Heroic. The Boss Nass guy. The little guy. Him. He's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is a king or whatever. I don't know.
The leader of the Gungans, right?
Yeah, the underworld dude, yeah. The little guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can you do that? Can you do that again? I need to clip that.
I can. Yeah. My headphones would come off if I actually did it. So I don't want to do it.
You just got to have you step back, get the whole frame, and just...
Yeah.
Patreon
exclusive. See me do it.
There you go. All right. I'm going to go with my pick for General Veers, and I'm going to put him in black and just say we're going to have a neutral black General Veers.
Do you think he'll be a pilot? That'd be kind of cool.
I don't think we're going to ever get pilots again. I don't think
maybe it's a pilot, but only for ground vehicles. That would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I think he plays a big enough role. In the movies, I think I could see it. I'm not sold on it, but I think it could be. So, all right, JJ, you're up.
All right, so this is one of my wild picks here. This is going to be for Villainy Green, and it's going to be Garrick Versio. That is Iden Versio's father, who was an admiral. He was one of the first people to be included in part of Operation Cinder, and I think he is a great pick for a dark horse pick for Green Villainy.
Do you just replay Battlefront lately?
Actually, I was trying to, but yeah, it is fresh in my mind. Yeah.
All right. Sometimes I don't know how to answer this. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
To match my whim pick from Skeleton Crew in Yellow Villainy, I have Jod from Skeleton Crew. So I just had to go one of the main heroes and then the main antagonist. I just had to
good dichotomy.
Yeah, they usually do one of each if they're throwing in some random thing. They did Jin and Cassian and then Krennic, so it's I have to balance it out,
All right, Alex, you're up.
Let's do. I'm back in villainy, aren't I? Man, yeah, just go standard green villainy, Grand Moff Tarkin. Seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, everybody likes Tarkin, right?
I can't think of any other color he'd been in. The other ones don't really make sense.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so that means I'm up next. So I guess I will just take. I'm just gonna take it because we don't have it, and I'm gonna put Yoda in green. I think we'll get another Yoda. I don't know if it'll be this set, but they are leaning towards some of that type of stuff, so I can kind of see Yoda being a thing.
Okay.
So, all right, JJ.
Going right back to villainy, I'm gonna solidify my red villainy. Is going to be Agent Hask. He is the other First Order agent that definitely had a big impact in the show, or in the game and in the books as well. So
that was Gideon Hask, right?
Yeah, Gideon Hask.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I know he just survived later on and then joined the First Order. Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah. I say agent because he was an Imperial agent and then became, the same role for First Order. But yeah,
I'm just gonna put Gideon Hask. That's what I'm gonna do.
Gideon Hask.
I can respect that.
Well,
yeah.
All right, Sam, you're up.
So I have, let's see here, find a good one. All right, I'm gonna do Yellow Hero, and I'm gonna do Luthen Rail.
Yeah, that's good.
He's a hero.
I didn't want to put him in mono of either, and I thought he was a very like yellow-ish kind of character, even though he had the blue card. So I just like had to.
I only know him from the blue card.
Why is he not a hero, Alex? Why
I
do you
don't
think
know if he was a hero or a villain. I don't know anything about this character. I thought he was a villain. That's all.
No, he's not a villain at all. He
deals artifacts, right?
He's the guy. He's go watch Andor. I just
pictured the collector, man.
Just go watch Andor. He's not the collector. Go watch Andor for fuck's sake.
Well, I guess he's a hero. Never mind.
Yes, 100%.
Well, he should have had the heroic aspect. I get confused.
No. He's an agent. That's why Sam picked him. Okay. All right, it's your turn. You're gonna pick
blue hero.
All right,
Hera Syndulla.
There we go.
Nice.
Get a new Hera.
Nice.
All right. I think I only have one other crazy pick.
Oh, just
I'm still holding out my craziest one.
Yeah.
So the question becomes: is I have Admiral Pride, right? And he's a red card typically. I kind of think that he just fits into the green, though. Like, does he just fit green?
Put him in green. He was actually on my short list as well.
or do you put him in yellow? I don't have any yellow ones. I don't have any red ones either.
He doesn't really seem like an underworldy back-dealing type, though. Judging solely by the one movie he's in.
Yeah.
All right. I am gonna go with Admiral Pride. I just feel that would be. I think that's in there. So, all right, JJ.
I'm gonna do Mon Mothma, and I'm gonna put her as a heroic only aspect. I think that's where she will probably be the best.
What do you think she'd do?
For her, I mean, if we're taking her for a time period of pre-rebellion, she is funneling money as support for all the different cells that are out there, trying to take down the Empire. So I think that she will probably do a lot more like cost reduction on a lot of like items specifically for rebels and stuff. I think that's probably her best thing.
I can respect that. Like play a rebel unit for cheaper, but your whole penalty is you only get one aspect.
Yeah.
That'd be dirty.
At least there's only one aspect.
That's true. All right, Sam, you're next.
So I have I'm gonna do red villainy, and I'm gonna go Vader because I feel like powerful Vader red villainy, just basic pick.
Got to replace that set one, right?
No, I think set 7 will have Vader in it, and it'll be the same one, and my showcase will be worth a fortune because they'll be like, we're not reprinting that showcase. So, all right, Alex, you're up next.
Man. Okay, let's go. Green villainy. Massamita. Right, because he did things right. Like he was like a fascist. That's villainy. Yeah,
he is a villainy character.
Yeah, didn't he like put Palpatine into power, like with the votes and stuff?
And he knew Palpatine
working
was
with them. Yeah, wasn't he working with them? There you go.
Yeah.
Except for that spelled over there like Jar Jar Massamita.
Oh, you tell me how to spell it then, because I obviously don't know how to spell it.
He's a card in the game, M-A-S.
It's inconsequential. You can tell me how to spell it, or I'm just going to leave it in there.
He's in the game.
So I'm not going to Google it while we're live.
It's just M-A-S and then M-A-E-I-D-A, I believe.
Hey, it starts with an A, but it's whatever.
It starts with an A,
Massamita, the blue dude.
It's just M-A-S, and then the second word is M-A-E-I. Yeah. There you go.
A-M-E-D-D-A.
M-A.
Yeah, capital A-M-A.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amelia. There you go. Amelia.
I don't know what you said that capital A before the M.
Yes.
It is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
His last name starts with an A. It's fine. Your pick, Tanner.
No, I'm googling this right now. We're gonna.
He's a card in the game. He's double green.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. I'm glad he is, but like I don't have that card. I can't pull the card up while we're live. Like it.
AMEDDA.
Yeah, I just found it. I googled it.
Edit it in post. Just slap it across the screen. The double green.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So we haven't had an Ezra, but we've had a million support characters for Ezra, and Ezra technically goes undercover in Rebels.
Oh my god.
So
I know where this is going.
I'm going to say Ezra is yellow.
I agree with that.
So, but I think Ezra is on there. I think Ezra, that was a big thing.
I could see an argument for him being in red because at this point he did have exposure to the dark side when he started doing those undercover stuff, but yellow is still pretty good, I think. But yeah.
That's true. He could. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to stick with yellow. I have another pick for red, but
yeah. All right, cool. So my turn here. I was going back and forth on this one. Just not sure what color to put them in. But I think I'm going to call for. Oh man. Tough call. It's a tough call. I think I'm gonna go Luthen Rail under blue, heroic.
Yes.
I really want to put him in green, but I think he probably fits best in blue.
All right.
Did you just spell it as a Lutheran?
Luthien.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna keep moving.
All right.
Sam,
I got red hero. I have Ezra Bridger.
Yeah.
I should have watched Rebels at some point, eh?
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay. Yellow hero, the Pirate Queen Maz Kanata.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, Maz.
I don't know. That seems crazy to me. Maz, maybe, I guess.
She's a pirate queen.
Yeah.
She probably has like spies. Who knows?
She has a spy network.
Yeah, dude, she knows things. She's the Force. She's got eyes.
JJ, who's the lady in Bad Batch that they get in season 2 that they get the all the missions from? Remember, like when we're watching
the
it,
bar
like,
lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we even watching this? Because like none of these episodes felt relevant.
Sid.
Is that your pick?
That is now. Yeah.
Sid. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's Sid.
All right. I'm gonna put Sid. I don't know. I don't want Sid as a pick because I don't know if like it makes any sense, right? Like, do you really think they're gonna pick out like a D character?
They got Rose.
That's true.
Oh, but that was from a movie, not like a TV show. I'm not gonna go with Sid, but that's a good pick. That would be a good one. I'm just gonna be easy and just say Jabba because that was like top of my list. So you're next, and it works with Ezra because Ezra's code name was Jabba. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Alrighty.
That was officially the best part of Rebels, just so you know.
That's what I thought you were gonna say when you were like, "Oh, he goes undercover," blah blah blah. And I leaned in. I'm like, "Dude, he's gonna say Jabba the Hutt, and it's really just gonna be artwork of Ezra." I'm like,
oh man. I think for the next one here, I'm going to go with Omega as Hero Yellow.
Did she lead things?
Yeah,
No.
she did. When she got older, she did do undercover missions on her own in the season 3 of Bad Batch to make up for the Well, I don't want to give away like stuff, but there was a loss on the team that she kind of stepped in.
I don't think Alex is ever going to watch it. He hasn't for fuck's sake watched Andor. He's not watching Bad Batch. So,
I mean, you already gave away so much other stuff by talking about Ezra and just like a whole bunch of other things. Whatever.
All right, Alex, what's your next pick?
It's Sam.
Sam, what's your next pick?
It's pretty easy because in Blue Hero I also have Omega.
God. Now I have to work. Oh wait, I don't have to work. Blue Hero. Ah, man, that's tough. Yeah, Blue Hero. Just do Leia. Go Leia Organa. It's that or Jimmy Smith's, but I think Leia is a little bit more iconic. Considering I don't even know Jimmy Smith's character.
All right. I will also just take the easy one of Cyril. I think Cyril will be red, though. But I actually agree with JJ. I think that we'll get a Cyril.
Yeah. All right. So for my pick here, I'm going with one of the main villains for Bad Batch. It's going to be Royce Hemlock. He was the Imperial scientist that helped start up the cloning project for the Empire. So I think he's going to be blue villainy.
Dude, how many people helped out with this cloning thing?
A lot of people, man. A lot.
How was that a secret then?
Yeah.
There's like 20 different people involved and like a whole race of people.
He was probably like the biggest or the start of all that, I think, for the Empire when they first started.
Okay.
All right. Sam, your turn.
In Green Villainy, I have Captain Pelion because he started as a Legends character, was a big role in all those books. Then he became canon over time. So I think eventually we're either going to get a unit or a leader of Captain Pelion, so I'm just going to go for it.
I actually don't know who that is. That's you have one on me.
He's the next in line after Thrawn in the 7th Fleet.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Alex, you're up.
Red Villainy, I think they'll bring back Django.
You think they'll bring back Django?
Why not?
You don't think we're all butthurt from it?
Red Villainy, not Red Heroic there. But yeah, I mean, like, he did things. He employed Zam, right? Zam was an assassin. That's the extent I know, because that was all that was in the movies.
Fair enough.
He's a bounty hunter.
He is a bounty hunter, so I guess. I think your Boss NASA's crazier pick, though.
Well, that was the wild card pick for Heroic.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be wild.
All right. Am I next? Really?
Yes.
Am I allowed to skip? I don't know.
Pass.
Well, I didn't do Saw yet. I'll put my Saw in there because that was Jabba and Saw were my top. So.
You saw and oh no, that's somebody else. Never mind. I'm like looking at the list.
No, I have him in red. I think he's easily red.
We have
So
4 leaders left.
For my pick for villainy, yellow is going to be the only person who is famously known as being killed by Lando Calrissian, and that's going to be Aura Singh.
Lando killed Aura?
Yeah.
Oh. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
She was my pick last set. Or 2 sets ago? 2 sets ago.
Mm-hmm.
To finish off my hero list entirely, I have Bail Organa in Green Hero.
That's Jimmy Smith's. That's who that was.
Or now played by gosh, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
My God,
I don't know either.
They changed the character. Yeah,
they brought him back.
No.
Yeah, the character Bail Organa was back for season 2 of Andor, but just played with a different actor.
Benjamin Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt. There you go. That's his name.
Let's see what I got. 2 heroic, 2 villainy left. I do want to go out on a wild card, so let's just do the other red hero. I'm going to say will be the Mandalorian. Because why would they have a set without one of their most popular characters in rotation? And that's the only justification.
You want a Grogu leader too? You can have a Grogu leader.
Sure.
Sure.
Really.
You want a Grogu leader?
Just Mando.
Just Mando. You don't want Grogu.
No, that'd be weird.
Man. What? Why? Okay. Why would that be weird?
Has Grogu done anything? Leading people?
All
Major
over the
characters?
Yeah, he's a great leader. He's not a leader. I don't have a good answer for you. So, all right. So I guess we'll go back. We'll go back into here, and now I feel like Pride should have been down here, but I think.
I mean, you could just change the color, so it's fine.
No, yeah. Admiral Price.
Pride and Price.
Okay.
That would be my guess. Admiral Price?
Yeah. Don't know who that is.
Last Jedi, he was the admiral loyal to Palpatine, and then killed the
Hux.
redhead guy. Yeah, Hux. Yeah.
That was Pride. Pride killed Donald Gleason.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Pride. It was.
Yeah,
Pride.
Price is some scary lady.
Yeah, I forgot. It's
It was like
Arinda
Uma
Price.
Thurman from Pulp Fiction.
Arinda Price is what you guys are referring to. Yeah, okay. So for me, I'm going to go with green hero. It's going to be Harrison Dula. I think she is a pick. I mean, she's ran so many like rebel operations, clandestine and open up. Like Hera has to be in the mix for sure.
See, JJ gets my logic.
Yeah.
All right. Sam.
So let's see here. Oh, in red villainy, I had Dooku. I didn't see that one earlier.
Makes sense.
Just fit in, yeah.
All right. Alex.
Red villainy. Let's do Cad Bane. Oh no, sorry, blue villainy. Blue villainy is Cad Bane. Why not? He does things.
He's a hero now.
Oh.
He's not a hero at all. He's not a hero at all.
I believe you.
Nope, he's not. Watch the little bits. He's definitely not a hero.
Well, he's got the blue card in this game, and it'd be kind of weird not to have like Cad Bane around for a whole set dedicated to secrecy and stuff.
Oh, it's my turn. My turn again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, this set's a lot harder, I think, than the last set. Because I already picked my staples. I'm going to pick Ezra every time, just so you know, until they give us Ezra.
Well, you got one villainy and then 2 hero left. Assuming you want to do them equal, which would be kind of weird if you didn't.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. See, I'm going to pick a weird one. How about that? I'm going to pick
my weird one.
Is it Galen Erso? Is Galen Erso your weird one?
No.
Okay, because that's my super crazy off pick that probably shouldn't be one, but could be possibly one. And I'm just throwing them in green because I guess whatever. So
he's the guy that added the shaft and the Death Star.
Yes, he is like the ultimate trickster of everything. He is, technically speaking, he is the savior of the world.
Isn't that like Mads Mikkelsen?
Yes.
Nice.
Thrawn's real life brother. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. JJ.
So Hera had to learn the ropes from somebody, obviously. The only person who taught her everything that she knows is going to be Cham Syndulla, and he's my pick for Red Hero because we've already have a card from him already. So why not?
And that's all of JJ's heroes.
No, I'm still missing a green. Yeah.
Well,
you picked Mon Mothma for white.
Mon Mothma for white.
I know. But
do you think they're going to have more heroes than villains this set?
No, but if I wanted to, I could sacrifice a pick just to get accuracy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to game the system.
That's right.
I have some weird Legends picks for my last two. One of them being Blue Villainy, Master Sabaoth, who was the weird, like, fallen Jedi that survived Order 66, made it to the Thrawn trilogy, and then wanted Leia's twins, all that. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? I had no other Blue Villainy ideas. So I was listening to the audiobook in the car, and I went, click. So
Okay, what was your pick? Sorry.
Master Sabaoth.
And what one?
Blue Villainy.
How do you spell that? Because I don't.
It's just Master and then Sabboth.
Okay.
Sure. For my green heroic pick, I will choose Satine.
Ooh, that's good.
She does things right. So that's what I'm going to go with. She has a card. She leads things.
Does she know?
I don't know.
Is it crazy? Do you think we could get another Asajj Ventress? Wouldn't that be kind of cool to have a third Asajj Ventress?
Is that your pick?
No, because I know that
second Blue Villainy Asajj.
I think that would be incorrect in any of it. I guess I'm gonna go for my yellow one. I'm gonna pick Bodhi. I don't know if it would be Bodhi. Bodhi feels it's Bodhi or DJ. How about that? Like
wildly different characters.
They are the same kind of character.
But Bodhi's a good guy.
Yeah, Bodhi's in Rogue One. I was like,
he's the only character in this game that has both an Imperial and a Rebel tag.
All right, fine. I'll go DJ then. There you go.
DJ's fine. DJ's fine.
If Bodhi comes up, I'm punching JJ in the face. So.
All right. So my last pick here. I don't know. I think if I'm going to go wild, I think I'm going to go with the leader of the pirates in Resistance for Yellow Villainy. We have a card for him already. I'm just trying to remember his name.
Von Rek.
No,
I tried.
Von Rek.
It could be Von Reg, right?
It's already
Oh,
later.
Kragan Gore. There we go. Kragan and then Gore. Gorr.
oh yeah. I was like, what card are you talking about?
For just pure villainy?
No, he should be Yellow Villainy.
Ah, okay.
He's a pirate captain. So
he's like Maz, but not.
Yeah. Yeah, he came out in set 2 as a pure villainy, actually. Now that you say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in my sealed deck, and it's just like, hey, if you attack my base, I just gain a shield, and that's pretty nasty in Talzin. In a limited format.
Yeah.
Last pick, presumably villain.
Yeah, it's gonna be Yellow Villainy because we see this character more as a villain than we do as a hero for so long. Also from the same 3 books, because I'm insanely unoriginal from Legends, Yellow Villainy, Mara Jade.
Yes. Nice.
I don't even think JJ would guess Mara.
Where do you want that one?
Yellow Villainy.
Okay.
So my last pick is also a wild card, because I have one wild card for villainy. It's not quite as wild as Mara, but like roughly the same Legends category. I'm gonna go with my boy Prince Shizor.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's so cool. He's so 90s.
Where are you putting him in
Red Villainy?
Tanner's just so sick of us already. You can see it on him.
You know, he spelled Shizor right, though, for what it's worth.
I know that. How to spell that one. I played that one in X-Wing. That's why I like that card. Actually.
Yeah, he's great.
He's one of my favorite X or little Starfighter guys.
Star Viper, yeah.
The Star Viper, yep.
I don't know. He was like a crime syndicate lord, wasn't he? Right, JJ?
Yes, he
like,
was.
I'm not,
Yes,
yeah,
he was.
yeah. Like, you know, They might dip into Legends again. Who knows?
I hope so. All my picks are based around that.
All right. So for my last one, I'm gonna put Captain Rex in again. I think we'll get
over
Rex.
Cody.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get Cody.
When the publishers already stated they would have replaced Rex with Cody if they realized how popular Cody was.
Yeah, but Cody didn't do much in the lore so far, other than Clone Wars stuff. So
true.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Rex shows up a lot. So
Caption Rex.
Caption Rex.
All right. Well, I think that is all of our picks. I did move my Ezra to blue instead of yellow. So
fair.
All right. Well, that is our way too early set 6 predictions. We brought Sam in, and I think Sam's more of a wild card than JJ. So, like, I don't know.
Well, he doesn't have to suffer the consequences. He
does. He will be back. He will be back specifically so we can roast him about this. Like, you will not live some of these picks down, Sam.
Oh, I can already see it coming at locals. I can already see it. You messaging me as soon as each leader drops. I can see all of it right now.
Everything is absolved if we end up with like a red Akbar, right?
Exactly.
Like he just wins that way, right?
Yeah. No, we'll do the same treatment we gave JJ. We'll give him the extra points for it. But it's still, in fairness, like now, none of those are as crazy of a call as like
Ocean
Jade. Jade. I think God JJ didn't say those this time because But no, like JJ had Oshamara, which just is stupid. What was he wanted it to be a dual card or something like that, so she would flip and be hero on one side and villain on the other.
That'd be pretty lore accurate.
But
I mean, Tanner, he also said like C-3PO and R2-D2 combined leader.
I did, but that's because I want them because I could play them in Destiny together. So I don't know why we don't have an R2-D2 C-3PO leaders, but I got them in Destiny.
I hope Boss Nass is there.
Was Boss Nass in Destiny? I can't remember. Anyway, why don't we move on and not talk about set 6 predictions? Let's talk a little bit about the Chaos of War. I wanted to talk a little bit about the end of August. We'll talk a little bit about the meta and kind of get into what's going on. All right. So this week for our Chaos of War, we want to talk a little bit about the end of August, some PQs. We had a gentleman on the show tonight go into a top 8. Congratulations, Sam, on your top 8. So you can kind of see it looks like we're seeing some Anakin and Han rise back up again. So if you thought Han was going away, he is not. He's definitely not. No, though it isn't American tournaments that you're seeing a bunch of him at. So that's good news, I guess. We see a couple of Sabines. There's a couple of our Boba Fett's. Somehow somebody got Wedge Security Complex to work, which I think Alex's new challenge is to take that to our PQ. And I want you to win a PQ. You got to win a PQ.
You don't want me to have points, eh?
No, I want you to win a PQ with Wedge Security Complex. I mean, somebody won 100 points with it, so
there you go. Australia.
Yeah. Quidlin's not a surprise. Seeing Han 4 up there, not a surprise. Cad Bane Blue, that was where Sam was at this weekend. Indianapolis took that down. The Florida one was actually taken down by a Boba Datavolt. And I don't know who the person is, but I do know that they beat Reflex, Guy, and Crispy out of the top. So Crispy came in 9th with Boss Blue, and then he had I don't know what Guy was running because he didn't submit his list. But I'm assuming it was Starkin Town of some sort. And Cox got beat. So I don't know. So like Boba Datavolt in Florida, somebody decided that was the one to run.
Made the right call.
And then of course we also see a Cad Bane in Tennessee and a Han Datavolt, which is nice to see Han Datavolt come back a little bit. I'm actually kind of tempted to put that on the table and see, like, can I get Han 2 Datavolt to work again without a bunch of Force crap. So if we look at the archetypes, we could kind of see here, what's going up, what's going down. Quinlan's win rate is going down, but its conversion rate is up, which I thought was a little odd. I think the deck count, people are not running Quinlan as much. I think people just thought you could pick a Quinlan deck up and just take it. And I think if you have not played Quinlan a lot, it's not an easy deck to navigate. It's not like picking up a Sabine deck for the most part. Like Sabine very rarely ever is a control deck. It's almost always the beatdown. Whereas your Quinlan has to kind of float between some of that, depending on who you're playing. For some reason, Poe Dataval, even though it didn't win anything, is up. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it was one of the ones that we didn't see the statistics for. Sabine is up. Boba is up. Cad Bane is up. Palpatine's down a little bit, though, boys. No Palpatine wins this week.
Sad.
You know, that's really sad. Tragic. I think hopefully that makes that showcase go down even lower, so Sam will have to sell it to me for even cheaper. Then I like that. I like that. You blame Boba? I don't know if I'd blame Boba.
No, it's probably Sabine.
Yeah, I'd say the rise of Sabine's coming back. But what that does say is with the Hans coming back up, that does mean that we can see a little bit more of the Idens and the Palpatines coming around again, I think. And some Kira's is something that we could see. Kira did have one win count that I must have missed up there. So Kira is kind of back up there for it. And if we kind of look at where they kind of list the tier leaders, obviously Quinlan and Boba and Sabine seem to be on the top end of that, followed by Cad Bane, Han 2 Blue, and then you have quite a big jump between the Kylos and the Vaders. So the first question I'm just going to ask is, like, do you feel that this is kind of the typical meta that we've been seeing out there in terms of win ratios and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, outside of like Palpatine, which just dropped pretty hard there apparently, and like no one around me playing Kylo, it seems like those are generally the ones that are doing well. Boba Dataval, Quinlan, Sabine, they're all pretty, and Vader are all pretty known quantities. So, and Cad Bane, right? Yeah, people are still bringing Han.
Yeah, and we thought Han was going to kind of go away a little bit, but it feels like with some of that aggro coming back, I think Han gets its place back right again. Like, if people are going to run hard aggro, might as well just run Han, And
they're probably not attacking really hard into him anymore.
Yeah. Like, people aren't going into, how do I get rid of every single card that Han has?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Except for Idens, I like seeing a Han 2 Blue matchup. I think that's a great matchup for me. So
I hate seeing an Iden.
Yeah, I bet you do, Sam.
Yeah.
So Sam, you went to a PQ this week and you saw some Kylo there, but it wasn't Kylo Tarkaton, was it? That it was Kylo Datavolt that you saw in the finals, correct?
I did not play against it, but sitting next to me in the top 8 was a Kylo Datavolt that I immediately went, please, for the love of God, do not pair me against, because I just took out my aggrieved parliamentarians for redemptions. So that would have sucked.
But it's funny that you had to play against an Iden Datavolt, which did you in too. So it's that hard villain blue-green control. I don't know. So I think this feels representative, and I think, so that's always the question. Everybody goes, well, what should you take to a PQ? And, I think Sam is kind of, this is kind of where I wanted to move the conversation into. Sam brought Yoda Force Base Red, right? And you did bring this to the Michigan PQ. This isn't like an unknown quantity. I think that's kind of the first weekend that Yoda started to rise, and we're seeing some more of the Yodas making tops and stuff like that. And I think that's one of the big things was, we talked through, what counters do you see? And so Sam, tell us a little bit about why you chose Yoda Red this weekend going into the Indiana PQ.
It has great matchups into almost everything. If I face hard control, I really don't like to see that. But almost everything else, I love seeing. I like seeing any red-blue hero matchup. I like seeing a lot of Vaders. I like seeing Kylos before I took the aggrieved out. I love seeing a Quinlan. I love seeing a Boba. Sabine, it can go 50-50. Cad Bane, if it isn't the new 1-drops version. that one it doesn't go good into, but like the original Underworld version, it goes great into. Han 4, it doesn't go great into, but like there's just so many good matchups that I want to see. And so I thought that was going to go great for the Michigan meta. It actually did a lot better than I thought it would. It was just the Cad Bane 1-drops and a Quinlan, because I couldn't get a turn 1 or turn 2 play for the life of me to stick on the board. And then I couldn't gain the force, and that put me on the back foot, but that's not usually how that matchup goes. But I mean, I have specific techs for everything. If I sit down against green, I have chams. If I find myself wanting to force throw myself a lot, I put in the extra crate. If I go against Vader, I put in the extra Concord, and then I have my entrenched main board for that. I can get that Ray engine going, so I can Ray ability off the Yoda ability, C-3PO, Ray again, your Victor Leader's dead. I can just do so many different things. Like with open fire, I can take out Victor Leader. There's everything that I can think of, except for 3 to 4 matchups, I just would love to sit against. And that is exactly what I saw, except for the Han 4 Tarkin Town in game 1 that totally knocked me on my loss, and then the Iden Data Vault in the quarterfinal, or I don't know, the top 8 match going into whatever.
It's quarterfinals.
So, yeah, quarterfinals. So I saw pretty much everything. I even teched a little bit for Iden with takedowns, but honestly, I should have just done restocks if I was teching specifically for hard control. But that was a total bad call on me. But no, I had fun. It was great. And there was one match on stream that was round 6 against Talzin. I got Ray off, I want to say a total of 6 to 7 times, doing anywhere from 12 to 14 damage to base and then to individual units. He could not keep anything on the board with Talzin. He could not do a bunch of things. And I just felt so bad because I got it to work so many times. And,
I see you actually draw your rays. That must be really nice.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I've went through an entire like locals night not drawing a ray.
Oh God,
That's rough.
yeah, that's
it turns out just you just have 3 rays at the bottom, 15 cards your deck every game.
Jeez.
Yeah, that deck kind of struggles when that happens. I do play a fair bit of Red Yoda though, so I was going to ask you a couple questions if that's okay.
Yeah,
Not
go
to,
for it.
Hijack everything. You don't have maces. Why do you not have maces?
Correct. You can ask everyone and their mother. The night before the PQ, I was sitting in the Discord chats being like, please somebody help me figure out what I want to put in this 6 spot. And it was between Canaans, maces, or open fires, which I ultimately did.
You didn't main deck the open fires already?
I did not have them
Ooh.
before the night of the PQ.
Ooh, those things do so much work.
Yes. And I was like, do I want something that can be felled? Do I want the body on board for 6? Do I want open fires that let me use my like ray or my Yoda ability to trigger the rays? Like, how do I want to prefer cycle, or do I want Kanan who can just mill, heal, give me the force, like just an overall good 4-drop? And I went with open fires instead of maces because I ultimately cut down Kanan and had to choose between those two because I couldn't cut anything else, and I'm at 53 cards. Yeah, I didn't want to cut Rebellious Hammerhead that does force with a less like a body that I don't prefer, because I find my hand to be a lot bigger later game unless I'm playing against a matchup where I wouldn't need Rebellious Hammerhead and using things like Force Throw more often or saving up for the crates or just something along those lines. So I was like, yeah, I already have Rebellious Hammerhead. I just want to take open fire to be safe into the Vader matchup, more specifically.
Yeah, I just have 3. I have 2 mace, 3 open fire in mine.
Fair.
But mine's a little bit more control-y than yours.
Yeah, that's
because
totally
that's
fair.
just how I have to play this game.
I feel it.
Also, occasionally you'll see like a one-off Bendu or sometimes like 2 Bendus in Yoda Red. Why do you hate Bendu?
Bendu can do a lot of good work. If you look at my stream and how I was specifically playing, I was putting out a lot of small things. And when I would use my Yoda ability, I was putting like the Luke on top on Resource 6 and putting out just tons of, or Resource 7. I was just putting out as much of Big Flood on the board as I can and holding the Luke until I had something to kill, and then I knew it wasn't going to be powered, or I knew that it was going to be safe, or I knew it was going to be whatever, and I just wanted to flood the board. ultimately that really doesn't do good when your opponent has a super laser blast, but I just prefer putting out a lot of smaller things. And yeah, so I don't.
That's fair. You never done a 6 resource Bendu, have you?
Correct.
Because that ends games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you don't need other units, or like, well, I guess they just get kind of trampled, but it is a double bombing run.
Yeah, and I just figured it would kill too much of what I already have, do damage to what's already mine, because I usually run my stuff a lot of low health. And if I ever am You're My Only Hoping, I want it to be either a Poe on turn 2 or a Luke on 5 resources. And that's because I feel safe enough for the Luke on 5 resources that it's not going to die, because I'm not playing against blue villainy and I'm not playing against yellow in general, so it just gets waylaid and I waste both those cards.
Yeah, that was reasonable. It's just like force throwing yourself for 8 damage is a pretty big thing.
True.
And again, like swinging for 10, even if it is like blowing up some of your own units, is pretty substantial. And it's also shockingly good into space if you manage to stick it at 6 resources, but you probably win already there. But it is essentially a bombing run for both sides, which gets really silly.
That's fair.
Yeah, but if you're at 853, like this is a super reasonable cut. No shatter points too.
So,
yes.
Just a question for you. Like, any thoughts on like having more Sentinel on this? Like, did you ever feel like you needed more ground or space Sentinel units, like Obi-Wan, for instance? Like, I think that would be something to include in this one.
Yeah, the matchups where I would have wanted more Sentinel, specifically Obi-Wan and Village Protectors, it wouldn't have been great, because I ran into a Gar Yellow that was playing pure aggro. I only saw one Power of the Dark Side in any of the games that we played.
Wow.
And I found that he was either Change of Hearting me, or I found he was doing a lot of other stuff, like he Change of Heart my Churret, both games that I played, and I just went, okay, I'm just going to play another Churret, so I'm going to have to unique rule one of them, but you still don't get to hit me when I have the Force and 2 readied Force units that are just going to keep swinging and generating it. So I found that Village Protectors, I so much would rather be playing a Yoda. I get the Restore, I get whatever else I need. Village Protectors is great, but a 2/2 Sentinel, ultimately, once they do 1 damage between pinging or 1 damage between anything else to that shield, doesn't go well when you can't replace the shield or when you can't have something else. Because if you're playing Village Protectors, that's because you bricked turn 1 and your turn 2 play has to be, all right, you have to swing into me and I know you're not going to be able to ping off that shield. Because you don't play that into Quinlan, you don't play that into Boba Data Vault. You need to make sure that they hit that and either clean trade or something. Like, it's a very situational. I couldn't do it. And then Obi-Wan, when I was on 6 resources, I found that none of my units would really be sticking, and I was just waiting for the Yoda flip and then being able to Luke. And I was just going to let the Luke or the Yoda be powered to keep the Luke to claim to swing with the Luke and have the Restore 3. If I would have had Obi-Wan, you usually want his Sentinel so that you already have a Force unit out, so that you're getting the Wind defeated, so they have to choose if you really want to kill it or if you just want to leave it on board to then be able to kill the Luke somehow, or like kill the Force unit somehow, so that you're not getting the double ability of having the Sentinel plus having the other ability. I did not find any matchups where if I would have had the Yoda on, or if I would have had something on board, I would have wanted the Obi-Wan, because either my board was completely clear or I just didn't need that Sentinel at all. And it was like, those were just very one or the other. There was no real in between.
Makes sense.
No shatter points.
Yes, after last weekend, my takedowns on the sideboard immediately become shatter points. There is no question about it whatsoever. I might even go as far as to say entrench sideboard and 2 shatter points main board.
That would be my suggestion.
Yes, because entrenched is amazing when you run into yellow villainy, when you run into Vader, which is also yellow villainy, or anything that just completely wants to lane dodge you. Because you draw a Concord and entrenched opening and you just go, I'm going to Yoda ability and make you go so that I can entrench whatever your play is. And then I'm just going to wait for you to play, and then I'm going to play Concord, so you hit with me with whatever your entrenched thing is, and then I'm just going to find a way to kill whatever it is. I'm going to Luke out your lurking ties, or I'm just going to entrench them. Oh, you have an item pilot on a lurking tie? Amazing for you, entrenched. Sorry. Like, yeah, I don't care. And that's exactly what happened in Gar Yellow, and that's the reason I won, was those entrenched main boards. But I also found myself drawing Lukes those games. I also found myself doing, like, I could have just had Perilous at that point and been able to just -2/-2 it, take it off the board entirely. But yeah, so I think entrenched is amazing, but I'm going to put it in the sideboard.
I haven't outright replaced all Felled the Dragons and Force decks with Shatter Points, but for decks like this that don't necessarily really need the Force, right? Because your Chariot is your Force, and like your Kiatis is, I think that's the only thing that interacts with the Force.
Yes.
Correct. So you can get away with probably replacing a fair amount of those fells with Shatter Points. That's also a consideration. You can also side the fells. Like, it's just a little bit more versatile, but it sucks if you're being like, you can't stick a Force unit down.
Exactly. I would go as far as to say rivals in the side, or maybe like one rivals in the side and cut down one fell to the side and then do 2 shatter points. But I don't think you ever fully get rid of 3 fells. Maybe you go down to 2, but that still feels risky. And those rivals falls came in so handy in every one of the games that I played, because they weren't even mostly used on leaders. Like, all right, crate.
Cool. Yep. Oh no, it's a safety valve. Tanner and I are very big rivals proponents, and people still tell us we're wrong. But when we rivals their thing, they get really upset.
Yeah.
Like that is just such a, you don't really use it proactively, you use it reactively, where they're just like, oh, I don't actually have a clean way of outing this, or like, oh, they just dropped some really annoying Sentinel, and I have lethal on board, so we'll just clear that. So
yeah, the rivals is it's one of those things, like we stopped including it before and then we went back to it because nobody was really running it, and it's like always at minimum a 1 of, if not a 2 of, in almost every blue deck I run now,
except for ironically not Entrench.
Okay, well, Entrench,
which is wild.
It's a little different. I have one in my trench. I did put one in my trench deck too. So I put one in there just because of the these stupid Luke's, that Luke pilot or whatever. I hate that.
You're My Only Hoping It against Sabine feels so amazing when they just kill one of your units that they think is going to be able to kill Sabine. Yoda ability, put that on top. You just sit there and wait, and then you go, yeah, I'm going to You're My Only Hope, you're Sabine, just to be a dick.
It's even more funny if they have the Darksaber on it.
Yep, even more funny when I just swing and they have 4 up. I'm like, do it. Do it.
Didn't draw my takedown, but I had those rivals.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a solid deck. I do play a fair bit of like Yoda Red. I was also in the process of stripping the Force space out entirely.
Yeah,
but that is a still work in progress, because I'm still like juggling.
Gotti are so good when you want to see them. When they have like a Gar out and a bunch of other stuff, or they have anything that swings for 6, and you have Churret in the Force, or you have a Ray stacked on top and you Kiati, use the Force, and you get a Ray off into another Ray. It just, my God, it's the best feeling in the world.
Last question. You don't have bombing runs at all.
Correct.
You see, I've seen decks where people are main decking.
I was
like 2 to 3 bombing runs.
Correct.
Yes, you don't even have all goes down
to last week, because the week before, when I went to the Michigan PQ, I go in, I'm super confident. One of my other good friends, Eric, he's in like whatever. He plays this deck. He loves bombing run main board. And I went, you know what? I'm going to try it, because I bet you there's going to be somebody on Vader at the PQ. And Tanner and Ryan, who were top 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 was Vader. He even said, if you bombing run me, great, because I'm just going to be able to recover it. And then I'm just going to keep playing, and you're still going to lose because you put all that into bombing run. And when you want it so bad for Vader, and every other deck that's running space aggro has 3 to 4 plus health units in space, I'm not going to bombing run the ground where I have my Secretive Sage, Night Sister Warrior, and everything else that's just immediately going to die from it, because I want to kill 1 to 2 of their units. You want it in space specifically for the Vader matchup, but good Vader players are either going to play around it, know it's coming, and just kill you anyway, or take it to the face and recover right after and play something else, put their Vader on, and you haven't done almost anything except waste a card in your deck that I would rather have entrenched and be able to just entrench their leader, entrench their lurking ties, or and open fire their victor leaders. Like, I teched way into Vader that bombing run doesn't need to be there anymore.
Just seemed like a more interesting sideboard piece to me than Cham.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see way too much green. I thought I was going to go straight into a bunch of Hantu greens, and that's what I was prepared for. I did not use Cham once all weekend. I did play it once in the finals against the Iden Data Vault, where I just went, I guess I'm just not going to use the ability because you're going to mill me, and I don't want to mill myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah.
And I think to kind of bring the conversation back around, right? Like, the idea behind this is you're taking something that counters a lot of what the meta or competes a lot with more of the meta without having to create too much of a versatile deck. But I think you learned, I think one of the lessons you learned is this is, which I tried to tell you ahead of time, but like a very good blue-green villain player, you're not going to win against. Like, you seem pretty confident, like when we played and stuff like that, locals. But I'm saying is, hold on a second. Like, I genuinely think this style of a deck, like if you were running 3 main deck crates and maybe something to recur them, fine. Like, you sometimes when you stick a crate, it does win. But over 3 games, typically you're not going to get lucky enough to stick 3 crates against a control deck that just doesn't care about playing units. And
yeah,
by the time you play a crate, if I've ramped correctly, I'm able to play an Annihilator on your crate, and you're gonna cry more than anything else. Like, I literally will save that.
Or just no glory or whatever. But
yeah,
or that's
I already know what I would change for that, because I have 2 Chams, 2 takedowns, 2 redemptions. I didn't use any of them all weekend. I would go straight into 3 restocks, 1 tech, and then 2 aggrieved parliamentarians. Then that tech's for blue-green villainy matchups, just in case, which I know I'm probably still not going to win, but that gives me a better chance. And then I'm going right into Kylo, because I did see a fair number of Kylos. We went to the player meeting, and I immediately sat down against a Kylo Tarkentown, not realizing it was the player meeting, and I went, I'm really about to lose game 1, which I ultimately still did lose game 1, but I was like, man, that sucks, because I just took that out at 1 a.m. this morning, and so I wish I hadn't.
I wouldn't cut the redemptions if I were you.
I didn't use them once, though.
Well, fortunate for you that you never had damage on your base.
The daughter, I would put in 3 of the daughters without a shadow of a doubt in my sideboard. That was the MVP this weekend. I would cut crates before I cut the daughter.
Yeah, I don't know why the takedowns for Iden seem silly, because
yeah,
let me be frank and tell you, if you kill my Iden, it's the same way as when you kill my Kira. I don't care. Like, Iden's going to do 1 of 2 things. Iden's there to stop the bleeding till I can stabilize, or Iden's there for me to bring out the last turn or 2 of the game if I need to do it to win the game. Like, that's it. It's just like Kira. Kira just did it differently because of the OB piece and of that. But like, I don't use the Iden with the OB piece ever. Like, Iden is literally there for you to burn your ECL fucking Poe into her. Like, I'm happy when you do that, because then the next turn I could play a Vigilance and kill your Poe and restore 5, and so what? 6 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird part about this deck in particular is that it's like shockingly vulnerable to control, and it doesn't look like a deck that normally would. But the top end isn't particularly incredible, and it's not like you're actually gonna try to play the Ray, right? Because a 5/5 for 5 is not particularly good when you have no ability outside of I generate the force when I attack. So yeah, it's just, this is good into like most mid-range stuff and
decent
non-space aggro.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does beat like pretty much any other like mid-range deck out.
Yes.
Just because you can drop like Luke's
low
early and crates and all that kind of stuff, and you can naturally control, which a lot of mid-range decks don't typically do.
Yes.
But like, it's like really bad into control, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know, like when you were saying, hey, let's not put bombing runs in. I agree with that. I don't really think the bombing run slows down the space aggro enough to personally to make that big of a difference. Like, but I think the big thing would be like, like you had pillages and you took pillages out. I don't think pillage is still the right call against green blue villainy. I don't. I would like the redemptions. I love those things in there. I agree with Alex. I would have immediately brought redemption in for all
blue green villainy stuff.
I just put my whole sideboard in against blue green villainy. I was like, if you're gonna mill me, you're gonna mill 63 cards.
That's so bad. Don't do that.
Yep. And then I lost, and then I went, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the redemption is just a giant 6/9 sentinel. You don't heal things, but it can like eat a swing from an Avenger and still be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like because outside of the Great Dragons, it is your highest attacking card along with Luke and Poe.
Yeah,
and I guess like Poe has a little bit higher top end depending on how many cards you have in your hand, but like it's not a bad card. Also, just healing 8 occasionally is really good.
Yeah. And so like, and that's to kind of round out the conversation, right? Like the idea behind the reason you took this deck is because this was beating a lot of the meta. And if we go back up to the top and we look at what is kind of the meta that we're seeing is, like the Sabines, Poes, the Bobas, we could discuss. Like, I think the Boba is still a very weird matchup for that. And I think if Boba gets the edge, you don't win that game. I'll be honest. Like,
yeah, it
like,
really
draw,
depends.
Like, if you don't draw Owens or Yoddles, I feel like that matchup would be incredibly difficult.
Yeah, and like people laughed at me when I had to play the Anakin guy, and I think the guy was a very good player. He went to Galactics and everything, and did very well there. And that was the conversation after the game was, traditionally this blue red hero people think are just very good into Boba Dadavalt, and I actually just don't agree with that, because Boba Dadavalt has the ability to still out aggro you in different weird ways and to create burn damage you cannot always account for. You just cannot always do that.
And it's not like you have a tremendous amount of healing. Like you do have a fair bit of restore, which is nice, but it's not like, oh, I can dump the damage on the base from indirect and then restore it. It's more like, well,
it depends.
I'm going to try
depends on where you're at.
Bleed.
Yeah.
Because if I'm ever playing, the redemptions are there for Boba. And it's not there to heal. It's there to soak up all that indirect. It's there so that if you drop a planetary, no matter what game state we're in, I only have to manage 3 and the redemption's just going to, or I only have to manage 4 and the redemption's just going to go down to 8. Because then I can put 4, whether it's on Yoda or it doesn't matter what. And then I have Yaddles that give all my friendly Jedi. I've got probably a Yoda by this point. I've got Kiatis, depending on what it is. And so I'm getting restore. It's slow, but it's also being stacked. Like, I just like that it does heal a lot more than what you're expecting. If my turn 1 is a C-3PO or a Secretive Sage, I might as well just concede. I'm not winning that game.
So I said, no Owens, no Yoddles. It's going to be really a hard uphill battle.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short is I do think Yoda is great tech for certain metas, but as this meta continues to shift, if we move back to a very Han-ish meta, then Yoda is going to continue to do well. Like, I think Yoda can be, but if we stay in the Boba Fett, if we stay in the Boba Fett meta, and we start seeing some of this harder control come back, I think you're going to see a harder time for that style of pick for it. And we could, we could spend all day like arguing about what the meta is going to be tomorrow, right? But we know based on this is what the meta shows, right? And if you're not playing one of these decks, you have to play a deck that counters a lot of that. You're not going to win everything, I don't think, and then you have to have some luck. So, which Alex did not have at the beginning.
I don't. I don't have good luck. I'm notorious unlucky. It's fine.
So
you should see my rolls in X-Wing.
They still beat me all the time, so I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. And I don't want to hear about your rolls that still do well in X-Wing. So, all right. Well, let's move on to the last segment for tonight. We have a few lists that I wanted to go over. I've been calling them off meta lists, I guess, because I don't know what else to call them. So we have we have some different ones that have made top. This Rose one has been very, I don't know. I saw the guy in the chat. People want to talk to this guy. He made 5th place in a decently sized PQ. JJ, you haven't talked in a while. JJ, why don't you tell us what this list is? Because we're gonna kick this segment off talking about Rose Nabat Village, baby.
Yeah,
What is in this list?
So this list is actually really, really interesting. So we got Rose Tico here with the Nabat Village. We got 3 Cartel Tone Coats, 3 R2D2 pilots, 2 copies of the Republic Y-Wing, and 3 Jedi or Jam Communications rather. 3 Fireballs, 3 N1 Starfighters. We got 3 Page Ticos, which is right on theme. Love it. We got 3 X-34 Landscapers, 2 Bamboozles, 3 Sneak Attacks, 3 Surprise Strikes, 2 L337 pilots, 3 Millennium Falcons of the first and second kind. We got 3 Razor Crest, 3 Han Solo pilots, 3 Survivors Gauntlets, and 3 Mandalorians pilots for this to round off the main deck. And then on the sideboard, we have another Bamboozle. We got 2 Outmaneuvers, 2 Waylays, 3 Break-ins, and 2 Swoop Downs to round off the sideboard there. The Rose Tico, definitely not a leader we see at all, but this actually has a really good balance between pilots that you can deploy as regular units, and they're pretty decent for their cost, and then you can also deploy them as pilots onto the really, really good ships that are on there, particularly the Millennium Falcon, which is really great. And I love the ability of throwing on Mando onto the Razor Crest, just really on theme there. And these actually do pretty well. They have a high enough health where you can actually take advantage of Rose's ability, which means that you can likely go in and do, if your opponent puts up any Sentinel pieces out in space, they have enough health to survive that initial attack to take out those units, and Rose can heal them up and just keep on pressing onto the space attack. Definitely a really, really space heavy deck, but this has a lot of potential, honestly. I like this list a lot.
For clarification, it is the yellow Razor Crest and not the blue Razor Crest. It's not. It's the bounce one, not the restore one.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no Waylays
Not
in main board, right? I don't know. No. I mean, obviously they're trying. I guess it does make sense if you don't kill their ships, right? The Fireball makes sense because you can heal damage from it, right? Because it is going to ambush in, right? As long as it doesn't die, you can heal it. That seems pretty good. That's a pretty good turn 1 play because you have your X-23s and you have your Fireball. So you have 6 cards that can effectively ambush in, hopefully not die, and be healed back, to full health, right? So I don't know. This deck is just weird, right? I feel like I have to put this on the table, and I've been playing Kaz, right? Kaz Blue a lot more, because I got the Kaz showcase now, and I don't know why wouldn't play Kaz over this,
right?
But I don't dislike this list either. There's a lot of weird things in this list that's not in my Kaz list. I don't have Mando at all, but I guess it makes sense, right? It kind of makes sense.
So, in there? Just a question on the interaction, right? The Survivor's Gauntlet allows you to transfer a pilot to another ship, right?
I was going to mention that. You can bounce your pilots around with the Survivor's Gauntlet.
That's so good. I like that.
I mean, your ship loses the health of the pilot, so don't do it if they're severely damaged. I mean, I guess Rose kind of helps that, but yeah, no, you could just move your own pilots around with the Survivor's Gauntlet, which is what I love.
I mean, imagine moving R2D2 onto the Millennium Falcon and then putting on 2 extra pilots like L3 and Han later on that. That just seems really funny.
Or swing with your Han on your yellow Millennium Falcon and then swing with or play the Survivor's Gauntlet and put Han on the other one.
Yep, exactly.
Do whatever. I mean, it's neat. It's cool. I can't vouch for the effectiveness of it. Sneak attacking it in would be kind of wild though, because then you can multi, because it's when played and on attack. and you still get to swing off. I'm the most curious thing I'm wondering is like what combo are they really trying to ensure that they get with Nabat Village? Because I don't really see one. That's just like I must have like this specific series of cards or else I'm gonna like lose this game.
The only thing I could think of is the Fireball and the X-23. Like I don't know if it personally, I don't know why I would want to lose 3 health to have those cards, but those are the only thing I'm thinking.
So I don't think the land speeder's really taken out much of their first turn plays. The Fireball, typically will. The land speeder, I don't really see it. Not a lot of first turn plays have 2 health that don't like have a shield.
Yeah.
And it's not Quinlan, so you can't bang it off. But like, I get it. I just don't. I don't understand what you need the extra like 3 to dig deep. Probably just for like a yellow falcon, right?
Yeah, probably give you like the yellow falcon, probably that jam communication, right? So that way you can make sure you can jam them before you play your pilot, your Han Solo pilot or something. I don't know. I don't see that as being that important because this is like a pseudo aggro deck, right? Like you're not really controlling the board ever.
You ain't doing anything on ground other than like ambushing a land speeder in, and then I guess putting L3 from the ground into a cockpit.
Yeah, and like I feel outmaneuver would be great in this deck. Like if you're gonna do this, why not run outmaneuver?
It's on the side.
I know, but I guess
board.
Yeah.
Like your top end is double yellow Mando that you're paying for 7. Like I don't see maybe Survivor's Gauntlet.
You're putting it as a pilot. Yeah, it's a pilot and it's for the tap. We used to put it in Boba yellow. What was the other deck that we ran Mando in, Alex? That was
Wedge.
No,
I did it was like mono yellow Akbar.
Yeah, was that was the one where we were using it quite a bit. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, because also he was really good because he's a double yellow, but he costs 2 for the piloting. It's just a single yellow aspect, so you don't have to like double up on it.
Oh, I had him in Lake County, my Lake County Han 4 deck.
Yeah, and Han Pilot ran him a little bit too.
That's what I was using. I was using him before we hit set 5. That he was one of my other pilots in there.
Yeah, I mean he's a solid card. He's so much better when you play him on the ground, but also like you have to play a double yellow. My guess is that they pulled a Rose Showcase and like a Hyperfoil in the Bad Village, and they're just like Adu.
Yes. That was my thought process exactly. No one is running Rose, Tico, Space Aggro unless those like stars align.
I guess they could have bought the Rose Tico for like $30.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than that now.
$25.
Yeah, it's like $25 or $26 last I looked.
Yeah. I mean, like, congrats on taking not Kaz yellow, blue to 5th place at a PQ playing Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll message the guy and ask him if he wants to come on the show. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Ask him what he's looking like. What his combo is like. What is he looking for in the beginning? Is he just looking for like another 1-drop that he could play on turn 2, so he can like Fireball first turn, the next turn like Page Tico and like Cartel Turncoat or something?
It doesn't seem like a bad line. I mean, I'm thinking like Fireball or whatever, erase the damage, you get the free ambush, cool, you go into the next.
If they played a space unit.
Yeah.
That's the only way because it doesn't attack when you just drop it.
Well, space or the land speeder that then you just ambush on the ground and erase the damage. Like you take off the shield on Secretive Sage, or you get the Night Sister Warrior gone, or you get... I mean, I'm just thinking against me because I just know that, of course, I would play a Night Sister Warrior and they'd play that and erase the damage. And I just go, okay, whatever. But, yeah.
All right, I'm going to message the guy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to move on to the next deck. I'm going to message him. Maybe he'll do like a small deck tech or something with me. Like nobody's got a Rose deck tech that I know of.
That's true.
So nobody wants a Rose
deck
tech.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm Sam. I'm telling you, like I don't know. Like
show up the locals with this, please.
I'm actually pretty tempted to.
Oh my god.
I hope for a Finn deck that's going to make top 5.
Okay, all right, stop it. Now we're talking crazy here.
Oh my god,
JJ! If only you went to our Only Finns tournament. Every leader was Finn. It was fantastic. Winner got the Finn showcase.
That's awesome.
You need an IG88 deck tech, or
I'd play that. I'd play the IG88. I love IG88. Still one of my top 10 leaders.
You did not play him when we drafted. We drafted set 1 this week, and you didn't play IG. You could have.
Yeah.
You didn't play both.
Tarkin.
So he.
Tarkin.
No, he. Okay. All right. I'm going to derail a little bit. We drafted. We had a box of set 1. So we drafted set 1 this week, and Sam flips over a boba. And so I've got Sabine, and so they've all got these villains, and I'm like, everybody's going to draft villain. I'm just going to draft hero. I'll be the only one drafting hero. We'll know by the end of the first 3 or 4 packs if none of the other hero cards disappear. I know I'm golden. So I start drafting hero. No one's drafting hero. I keep mentioning all these great cards that were with Boba, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a Bosk in this pack. Oh my god. And it comes back around. And that's when we all figured out he's not playing Boba. Why would you not play Boba? There's a Bosk, there's Overwhelming Barrage, Super Laser Tax, all sorts of good shit. All sorts of good stuff.
Never saw the OB, never saw the Super Laser Tech, except the one that I pulled out of my first pack, and I was like, yep, grabbing this, because I'm either going Boba Green or I'm going Tarkin Red, and I'm taking it either way. And then I saw all these great red cards. I'm like Open Fire. I'm seeing the 2/3 that when damage gets the overwhelm. I'm seeing all this. The yellow, I did not see anything good until pack 2 after I already had amazing red and green villainy. I don't want to hear it. Tarkin still did numbers.
Not against me. I 2-0'd you. So
yeah, I don't hear
it. Yeah. Nobody drafted Alex. No one drafted hero. It was literally I had the pick of hero green red. The only guy, there's only one. I only dropped one game, and because I had some bad draws, and that was to Mike, the very first one. He had me, and he's like, "Oh, should we do best of 3?" I was like, "Yes, let's do best of 3." Who else wants to do best of 3? And we did best of 3, and then I won.
Draft is much easier when you just have your choice of every card in every pack.
Yeah,
functionally.
Man. Yeah, yep. So I built a Sabine Green that I could just play all sorts of a million cards. So anyway, let's move on to the Avar Red that made 8th place in Tennessee. This is another one I don't think we see a lot of, but this is I think also kind of a somewhat of a meta call type thing that's kind of coming in and to play a little bit more. I guess I should have given this deck to JJ because of the weird one-offs. This is like a JJ deck right here, but I'm gonna let Alex read it. I know because I know Alex has a little bit of.
Yeah, my locals play Red Avar. I play Red Avar.
Well,
it's like a pelt deck, but in hero.
Do you have an Avar showcase?
No, I would never want one.
Well, if you get one,
I'd rather take Luke Pilot.
Would you rather have Rose or Avar?
I already own a Rose. I'd rather get another Rose than an Avar.
Okay, I'll trade you my Rose for your Avar. When you
I don't have an Avar.
You'll get one. I know you will. Anyway, what's this deck? Tell me what this deck is.
Okay, yeah. So it's Avar Fortress Vader, because theme. 28 health force base, baby. It's got triple Force Throw, triple Sorceress Blast, triple Timely Intervention, triple Gunji, triple Infused Brawler, triple Jedi Counselor, double Do or Do Not, triple Blue Leader, double Obi-Wan, double Open Fire, double Resupply, triple General's Blade, double Eth Koth, triple Kiadi, double Kit Fisto's Aether Sprite, double Poe, double Daughter. Should be 3, man. Daughter in the Navar deck is absolutely nuts. Double Mace, 1 Kelleran, 1 Home 1, triple Green Yoda, and a single Crate Dragon. In the side, you have double Pillage, triple Bombing Run, double of the Boyan. How do you pronounce that? The stupid bird thing. That's the 5-drop in green. It's like the Boyan Master or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's a card. Let me tell you. So that's the when played, when defeated. It's a 5/5 for 5. When played, when defeated. Yeah, search top 5 cards for a force unit, reveal it, and draw it. So like,
but you have to have the force. I think you have to spend the force to do that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you not only do you have to spend the force to find a force character, you hopefully. I mean, I guess in this deck it's easier to get the force. So
yeah, like it's another force use. I just don't understand why you'd play that. Additionally, it's a second Caloran back, a second Home 1, and a second Great Dragon, which is different than the ones that my locals play because double resupply is kind of baffling to me. Just do 3 or none for pretty much every time you'll see resupply, in my opinion. I'm a little bit shocked that Obi-Wan is only at 2 because you do want to reach the end game with this. Except for maybe not, because your end game's just like 3 Yodas and like a one-off Caloran, Home 1, and Great Dragon. So maybe it's far more aggressive than I think it is.
Yeah, this is not a Pelp. This specific deck
this
is
style,
not Pelp.
no.
Mm-mm.
Typically, you would do like maybe double or triple Yoda, depending on how much force stuff you have in there, and like double Great Dragon, triple Caloran, possibly double Home 1. Definitely try to do triple Daughter. But because every time you use the force, it's a clock for Avar to deploy earlier that turn. And if they're swinging a lot of units and you have ways of generating the force, the Daughter just gets you there really fast. Same with Eth Koth, which is why I'm surprised there's only 2 of them. But also 2 Poe. I'm a little bit surprised. You'd think you do 3 Poe because turn 2 Poe is really disgusting. When you have Jedi Counselor and you use the Force, you just gain it with Avar, and the next turn you just play Poe. That's really hard for a lot of decks to come back from.
Yep.
Yeah, not my power of the dark side, but
Well, you still have Jedi Counselor out.
I know. I'll just power you twice. Don't worry.
Yeah, on the same turn. On turn 2.
I'll power you the next turn. So I'll be honest. I don't like this. The end of this deck, like I don't understand why you would run. If you want the home runs, run Home 1. If you want Calorans, run Caloran. Or run more of them and move your crates to the side. Like,
yes, I definitely keep Great Dragon in this deck. That's your whole end game.
Okay, but then why only one run? But you should be running 1.
I said you should run more than 1.
They go against Fel in this deck, and they're just a goner.
I feel like you could just get rid of the do or do nots. Like, I feel like that's just like, I don't know why you have those in there. Like,
because it's another force use for Avar to deploy earlier. That's really cheap.
Sure.
And it draws you 2 cards.
I get it. But like, if you don't have a board to play into or a top end, what are you playing towards? Like this.
You're deploying Avar earlier.
I guess. But then if you don't have the force, she's not an 8/10 anymore. She's a 4/10.
Well, you swing with her and then you get the force and she swings there for 8 no matter what.
So that's how that works. So
because you get the force is functionally non-attack. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, Alex, you're saying, hey, I want to add all these other things. Like, but you either are going to have to run like a 60 card deck, or you're going to have to cut things. And like,
you just take out the resupplies on timelies.
Okay.
And possibly the Kit Fistles at the sprite, depending on how much you want to attack against other decks.
Like, I guess I could see the I don't know, like, then you need another Eth Koth in there if you're going to take out resupply. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I think
you should run 3 Eth Koth. I think you should run 3 Eth Koth, 3 Poe, 3 Daughter, 2 crates, another Caloran, put the Home 1 in the side. Knock out the resupplies and the timelies. There you go.
Well, that's 5. Okay.
I mean, you can cut the do or do nots. Like, it's just a little bit more draw. Kind of depending on what you want to do. If you want to go a little bit more control, you add more open fires.
Yeah. I mean, the General's Blade could also be something that goes in the side, too. Like, if you're playing against decks that, like, are just going to kill it. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm playing from a control point, vantage point, or a Boba Data Vault vantage point. You play that and you're losing it. Like, you'll never play that General's Blade against me. Like, I'm just not going to let you do these things. I don't know. I didn't against this, and it didn't feel like it was a matchup. Sure. And they had 3 Krayt Dragons.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, I'm sure it was actually just very good in the stack. But it eats mid-range decks.
Okay.
Like, they can't do anything because generally this endgame's better.
That's what you're playing this like the Hantu Green Force deck, except for instead of you damaging your units to get them out earlier, you're utilizing your Force to get Avar out earlier, and she's just a better body than Han is.
Yeah, she's an 8/10 overwhelm.
Yeah, and by that time you're able to play your Yodas and stuff like that. So
yeah, but also like turn 1 Infused Brawler is a 4/4, which is actually pretty good. Granted, you're losing experience every time you swing, but
you don't care about that. If you're hitting the base for 7, by the time you get to turn 3, you don't care about it's whatever.
Yeah,
that one.
Turn 1 Jedi Counselor is disgusting because you automatically have the Force, so you can play any 5 costing card or below that you want.
Yeah, but it's not Cat Blue, honestly. So,
well,
spoilers.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. We have the Cad Bane Blue. This one has a little bit more blue than the other Cad Bane Blue that we saw last set, but this is the same guy. I think we went over his deck last set.
I played that deck last set.
Did you? I like this deck actually quite a bit. I just like that anybody running Dryden Voss, like that's just to me is totes and goats.
I love it.
It's just like he's my favorite, and like I ran him in a Jabba deck. So if Jabba was yellow, I would be playing Jabba yellow blue because I can, because I love Jabba.
I'll go through the deck.
So, all right, this one has 3 McClunky, 3 Bazine, 3 Cartel Spacers, 2 Cloud Riders, 3 of the Pike Sentinels, 1 Bamboozled, 2 Bobas, 3 of the Contracted Jump Masters, 3 Mist Hunters, 3 Power of the Dark Sides, 2 Relentless Pursuits, 3 Forlom, 3 of the Lom Pikes. See, I got those right this time.
The whole Loms.
Yeah. No, and then 1 Tobias Beckett, which is hilarious, and we're going to come back to that. Yeah, we're going to come back to that in a second. 2 Boba Fett pilots, 3 of the Zuckuses, which is the singular Zuckus, the good Zuckus, the actual one that you can use with this deck. 2 Anakins, 3 Emphy's Nest, 3 Cad Banes, 2 Dryden Vosses, and 2 of my boy Snoke. And in the sideboard is a second Bazine, or second Bamboozled, 3 of the unrefusable offers. Yep. And 3 Fell the Dragons, 2 of the Syndicate Lackeys, and a 3rd Anakin. So let's talk about the Tobias Beckett. Like, that's in there for just the blue smuggle, right? It's just because it gives me an extra smuggle card. That's why he's in there.
My assumption is that it's for aggro decks because his ability is like when you play like a non-unit or whatever, you exhaust something that costs the same or less, and all of his events are 3 or less. So I'm assuming it's just extra exhaust to try to get towards the end game.
Relentless Pursuit and then exhaust, you capture and then exhaust. That would be kind of decent with him out.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not seeing him, and you're probably just resourcing him, and he's only coming out when needed. Yeah. This deck actually has quite a bit of resource material in it because of the Lom Pikes and the Bazines. My assumption is you're not playing a Bazine turn 1 unless you absolutely have to, or unless you have a McClunky and you just want to strip their turns, because you don't have a Tarkin Town ability with this deck. So like you have to be a little bit more control-y than some of the other decks. But it is very yellow based. This is not a very heavy blue based deck. Like you're playing Powers and Lom Pikes and Anakins, and that's it. I guess Snokes. I guess you're playing Snokes too.
Yeah, I actually really like this deck. It's very much improved by this set with the additions of those like Anakins. So you can actually like build other things around because like that's a very versatile card, and like you just have a little bit more Not everything's space anymore for this set, so like you can bring in other cards, but also still have like Boba Fett pilot, which is awesome because the contracted jump masters are also transports.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, the Miss Hunter would probably be ideal, but like contracted jump masters, just turning them into like a 4/7 sentinel, it's just really frustrating.
Yeah.
It's a middle finger to space decks. That's what that is.
Yeah, and you do 2 damage when you attach it in there.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're gonna waylay it. That's fine. I'm just gonna be able to play it again in the same turn. So.
Yeah, I'm curious the amount of impact that Woody Harrelson has. Like maybe you just cut him for like your third Relentless Pursuit or something, or like a third Anakin, depending on how you want to play this. But it's cool. It's nice to see the Cloud Riders again too. I miss those cards. They're solid, especially in CAD.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised there's no Loth Cats in here either, because like I think the Loth Cat, I guess maybe that's just like being greedy for exhaust, right? Like maybe you're just being greedy with it.
And it's not Underworld either, so you don't really get CAD
true.
ability.
Yeah.
I mean, those are underrated cards for sure. Disgusting in Palpatine, but I like this deck a lot. Actually, I think it's really solid.
Yeah, I think this is a fun deck. I think this is something that like we've been used to seeing Cad Bane Tarkintown, but this feels, this feels like that soft control, late mid range type deck where you can play it very easily on either side. Like, I don't know what this loses to outside of maybe hard control. That might like be it.
You could probably not do too well in a certain aggro, especially if it's like space aggro. But the triple Enfys Nest is kind of a little bit strange to me as well. It seems a little too, I'm going to attack everything in ground for my liking. I would probably like strip one of those and to bias back it and add like 2 No Glories just for a safety valve kind of thing.
I like that.
Yeah. Just sometimes they just like stack a Chewbacca on like a Sabine's Masterpiece. That's just really frustrating.
Yep.
So it's nice to have at least like something. I love the unrefusable offers, man. Those are so disgusting. They just hose other mid-range and generally controlled decks because you can just unrefusable offer and then drop Cad Bane and like not only capture like 2 to 3 of their units, also just replay one of theirs. Like Justin, one of my locals got it was like home 1 captured by Ray Dan using unrefusable offer, and he's just like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh. All right, well, let's move on to the next one. I don't even know what to say about this list. Like, I don't know whether we should go over this list or not. Like, this is
JJ's list. He can go over.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, I've been looking for a good wedge deck, and actually, I think I'm going to give this one a try. So we got Security Complex Wedge, which is interesting choice for base for sure. So we have 2 salvage, 2 Nums, 2 pilots, 2 R2D2 pilots, 2 covert strength, 2 rebel assaults, 2 alliance X-wings, 2 heresy dual pilots, 1 Luke Skywalker pilot, 2 Paige Tico pilots, 3 Phoenix Squad A-wings, 3 restored arcs, 1 legal authority, 3 copies of Blue Leader, 2 fleet lieutenants, 3 Millennium Falcons, 3 Red Squadron X-wings, 1 Sabine's Masterpiece, 2 copies of Trace, and we got 2 wing leaders, 2 Bright Hopes, 2 copies of the ATST, 1 Poe Dameron pilots, 2 Red Leaders, and 3 Chewbaccas to round off the list, as well as Han Solo pilot. Solo pilot.
Aspect Han pilot.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, when you play him as the pilot,
with Wedge, he's 4.
Yeah, he's 4. So, and then on the side we got 3 confiscates, 1 covering the flank or covering the wing, 1 additional legal authority, and 2 of the landing shuttles, and then 3 copies of timely reinforcements. I actually like the addition of the legal authority, actually, because that's a really good way to just get around a sentinel unit if you're putting out there. I actually probably would have main decked that second copy on there,
It can go
But
across arena. That's the really
yeah,
nice
exactly.
thing about legal authority.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I like this a lot, right? Because you have the flexibility with the pilot seat to play them on the ground if you wanted to, or play them as the attachment to any one of these ships here. This plays really, really low to the ground. I mean, you have really low cost pilots and really low cost ships. So you can easily get a good amount of ships out there and have plenty of options for your pilots to play out there. And on top of that, just having the backup for wedge to make them even cheaper. You're able to pull multiple of these out. I probably would have added more the other Millennium Falcon as well, even if it's out of aspect, just to have other options. I would have had, yeah. But yeah, this is still really, really fun. I mean, you have enough with the odd AT-RT as a sentinel for the ground unit. Beyond that, everything else seems pretty fun for a Rebel space heavy deck.
So can I just say, like, I think you dump legal authority. Like, I don't know why you would dump. I don't want to dump Luke, but I hate these one-off garbage. I just do not like it. But like, why? Like, to me, you almost need like a prepare for takeoff in this deck, because like, what are you doing if you play two ships and they kill both of them? Like, you don't have any one drops. If you play a ship, they kill it. You play a ship, it just feels like you're never going to be able to build a big enough board presence to do anything with. So like, to me, that's where I would be looking, is like, how do I get more cards in my hand?
But Tanner, this is Star Wars Unlimited. No one attacks anyone else's units.
All right.
Base damage, duh.
From what I see. Units, no. Why would I attack those?
I mean, like, red leaders, I don't even understand why that red leader is in there. Like, what about the
cheaper?
What about the 4-cost? What's that 4-cost Phoenix Squadron? Like, if you're gonna have ships, might as well do that then, because like, at least that's like a 3/4 body for the same price that does damage out of hand.
The Resistance A-Wings there.
Thank you.
Yes. About, yeah. But that messes up the Rebel package.
Fair enough.
For what it's worth. I'm a little bit surprised with only one Poe pilot. Like, I think Han kind of shows that like playing them for super cheap is really good.
It probably just makes me think that they probably own just one copy of them.
No, JJ.
It's an uncommon card.
Everybody
has the one
Galactic's
Galactic's Poe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the $100 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by only 2 Heras. I'm very surprised by only 1 Luke. The covert strength's kind of weird to me as well.
I don't like the covert strength.
They won. Like, I don't mind the legal authority. Because if you do attach pilots, you will eventually have like pretty high attack, right? But this is kind of weird. A one-off Sabine's masterpiece is very strange. Only having 2 Trace Martinez is kind of weird to me. Or Trace Martez, because with Wedge, that's literally free.
Yeah.
No Silver Angels either to go with it, which is another 2-drop ship. Like, I would take that over the Alliance X-Wing. Alliance X-Wing's just a 2/3 vanilla, right? Is the Silver Angel not Rebel? Is that why?
Yeah, no, it isn't.
It's not. It's because it's a resistance ship. So.
It's a fringe ship, actually. Wow, look at that. Fringe vehicle transport.
Oh.
Well, I guess that's your answer there, why they didn't take that. There's a couple like minor things that one would expect out of a deck like this.
Yeah, I think you dump the Rebel style package and just like go for a more... I don't know. I'm not going to tweak it. It's too late for me to try to tweak this. Last deck we have is a Dooku Vengeance Temple deck, and I don't know what this deck does. But this was a deck. This was taken by Benton. And he came in 5th place over in Sweden with this deck in, like, I don't know, it was like an 80 or 90 person tournament. So I thought we'd cover it because we don't usually see a lot of Dooku type stuff at all. So Sam, I'm gonna let Sam cover it, and then Sam's gonna try to tell us what he thinks this deck is supposed to do.
Yeah, so Count Dooku, Virgin's Temple, we got.
Did you say Virgin's Temple?
Virgins Temple is what it's called.
Yeah,
it's
that's the name of the card.
I thought it was called Vengeance. I heard
Virgins.
So first off, I heard virgins, as in like temple full of virgins, and I thought we were on Monty Python and the Holy Grail for some reason. And then it's like, all right, I can see that because it's a temple, right? Like, okay.
Can you tell it's 11:20?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, it is late.
Right.
Okay. We got 3 Owens. We got 3 Warrior Drones. We got 3 Karis. We got 3 Poggle the Lessers. We got 2 Devotions, 3 Droid Commandos, 3 Super Laser Techs, 3 the Clients, 3 Power the Dark Sides, 3 Turrets, 3 Count Dooku's, 2 Talzin's Assassins, 2 Devastating.
Darth Tyrannus. There's actually other Dooku's in this deck.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't play Villainy, man. I don't know this stuff. It's 3 Darth Tyrannus, and then we got 2 Devastating Gunships, 3 Overwhelming Barrage, 2 Craving Power, 3 Count Dooku's, 1 Maul from Shadows, 3 Darth Sidious from this set, 2 Avengers, signboard. We got 2 Confiscates, 2 Legal Authorities, 2 Regional Governors, 2 Eager Escorts, and 2 Rivals Fall. Oh my God. So I think the main play here is you open with Warrior Drone, Karis, or Poggle, and you pray you don't get pinged. Going in, you play Super Laser Tech, and then Count Dooku in a Warrior Drone over top of it to both ramp and put something down, or like a Poggle or something that's just super cheap. I mean, I don't even know.
You could first turn Owen, then exploit it and drop Poggle down.
Yeah,
and search
that
for
too.
5, which is cool.
That's true. Yeah, this deck is, I played it once and it was like, okay, that's super cool, like that's awesome. But looking at it right now, like if you go up against
He muted himself.
Yeah, there you go.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I mean if you go up against a Quinlan, you just concede. Like I have no idea what you're doing in that matchup, because not only are they taking away your ability to use the Force, they're taking away your ability because you have no units to exploit. I mean, it just...
Well, they
I don't know
die
what you do.
outright to a Quinlan.
Ping Tarkentown, then you have no Force, then you have no units.
Yeah,
Sure.
but that's any deck, Sam. I think that I wouldn't worry about as much about that. Like, yeah, like a Krennic or something could insulate you from that.
Or like a
But-
Warrior
or-
Drone.
Yep,
They
or-
have to have
Yeah.
a 1. And if you
Yeah.
don't exploit the thing they just pinged for something new,
Yeah, because
that's also a thing.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
they ping it. You just pick it. You just kill it and play something new and be like, sucks to be you, buddy. You got to wait till next turn.
Yeah, this is a droid commando now, not an Owen Lars.
Yeah. And by the way, I got a Karis out of it. So,
Well, Karis is not a separatist, so you can't. But like,
well, you can
Yeah.
when you kill Owen to get Karis.
yes, you could.
That's what I say. They ping Owen. You murder Owen.
Oh,
Play your
okay,
separatist
sure.
droid. Grab
Play my
Karis.
Poggle.
Yep.
I mean, it's nice because like you can exploit out like Darth Tyrannus, right?
Yes.
Earlier on, which is cool. The droid commandos are incredible cards as long as you have a separatist unit. Just a 4/3 ambush for 3. Pretty disgusting. And then also now you have the Client in Super Laser Tech, which you can exploit. Like you're probably not using Dooku's ability much unless you're dropping Dooku, the gunship, or
Yeah.
Darth Tyrannus.
I want to see this on stream. Like, I want to see how he does it. I want to see what his opening plays are. I want to see all that. But I mean, honestly, like the one-off Maul, I see what they're trying to do. I mean,
Just
Craven
run
Towers
2.
are great.
That are so good.
Yeah, exactly. I'd cut Devastating Gunship for 3 of those. I don't even care.
You can exploit
No.
out the devastating gunships.
Yeah, that's entirely true. But what, like, you're defeating something with 2 and you have grip with no pings. Like, I just don't like that very much.
No, that's a good card, I think, in this deck.
I think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, for me, the only thing I would add on to this particular deck is Cobb Venth, because you're able to just bring out some of your other like lower cost cards out for free, and that becomes more fodder for exploit. So
I mean, like, droid deployment does kind of the same thing too, right? You just make 2 droids.
Yeah,
I just go on.
I'll say I also like Anakin in this deck. Like I think that like Anakin might be a possibility to utilize in this deck. because I'm assuming this deck, the idea with this deck is it's meant to be a pseudo tempo style deck, right? Like you're trying to get some value play at the beginning. I'm not sold on devotions, but I could see throwing like a devotion on a Poggle or throwing it on a Karis or an Owen or something, just like to try to keep something alive a little bit longer. Because really, like ideally, your turn 1 is Poggle into Super Laser Tech, and now you've got 3 units out, and you can exploit your Super Laser Tech to ramp and play something else in there. And you could play like a 3-cost thing now because Dooku's like reducing the cost by 2, plus you get the resource from your Super Laser Tech. So
I mean, you can't use the resource from the Super Laser Tech to pay for whatever you're playing.
I think you can.
You cannot. You literally cannot.
You can't kill him and put him in row and then use it.
Well,
Nope,
I guess what he's saying is you have
because-
to play it, and then you have to exploit to pay the cost for the card
Yes.
that's already being there.
I see.
You have to pay for the cost of the card before you are able to
exploit
play it. Yep.
Okay. So I guess, but either which way, you would have 3 units on board. You could have up to 3 units on board next turn then.
Yeah.
And then you would have the ability to exploit something at that point.
I just wonder what this deck does if your opponent decides to like kill your unit instead of like attacking base, because a lot of it seems like you need your units out. Like you have triple OB and double craving power, which requires units out. You have double devotion, which again requires more units. Like the client's not really there to kill things either. So like, and like if like you don't do a lot of damage, like Darth Sidious, even though you can bring him out at 6, isn't like wiping the board. It's just a 6/8 restore 2 for 6, which isn't bad by any means. You just have to kill one of your units to do so. It just seems kind of weird. Like you get 1 chariot trigger per turn. So if they have more than 1 unit attacking chariot, he just isn't nearly as strong.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't also play like Talzin's Assassin the turn that they swing into chariot, which seems really rough. There's just a lot of parts where I'm just like, why? You know, maybe there's something going on that I'm just not seeing. It's just like if you just kind of control some of their units, even if you're not like a control deck, this seems like not something crazy to do. And they also handicap themselves by having 25 health.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what we'll do is we'll let it play out and see if other people kind of pick up on it. I mean, they did get 5th in a rather large tournament. It is Benton, so he is a very good player.
Really good player, yeah.
You know, so it's a little bit different, but you know, I don't know. How about this, Alex? Why don't you take this and figure out, play this at your locals and see if anybody can beat it, and if you keep going undefeated with it, then we know we got something, right?
Yeah, you can do that. It's fine.
Well,
He's
one of
too
my
busy
locals.
with Rose
You
Nabat
like your
Village.
blue-green villainy, man.
I do like blue-green villainy. I won't lie. This is not my style of blue-green villainy, though. So, but I do like Dooku. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been able to find anything to put Darth Sidious in yet, so maybe this is my opportunity.
This is the best deck I've seen Darth Sidious in. 100%. Because
And
this
I
is
have
the only
like
deck I've seen Darth Sidious
2
in.
hyperspace of those stupid things that I got out of my Carbonite pack. So like I would like to play it at some point. So. Well, all right, we're gonna wrap up for the night. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, Sam, and welcome back, JJ. Hopefully we'll have more podcasts. Maybe next week we'll do like a trilogies discussion. If we can get around to building all the stuff, the slides and stuff for it, we'll do a trilogies discussion next week. Otherwise, it'll be more PQ stuff. And I will contact that guy. I'm going to do a Rose deck tech, whether he joins me or not. So hopefully he joins me. And we can do a proper deck tech with him. If not, we'll go from there. So, all right. With that being said, thank you all. Have a good night, and we will see you on the flippity flop.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening.